Have you ever wondered how molecules move in and out of a cell? Or how a cell could control the molecules? All cells require to interact with their environments. A very important structure for this that all cells contain is the cell membrane, by controlling what goes in and out to maintain the stable environment inside the cells. It is made of phospholipid bilayer. They have a head that is polar and a tail that is nonpolar. Some molecules, such as small, uncharged molecules, lipid soluble, and water, have no issues crossing the cell membrane. In other words, membrane is permeable to these molecules. There are some great examples like carbon dioxide. This is known as simple diffusion. Since it doesn't require any energy to move those molecules, it is a passive transport. Let's define diffusion first. Diffusion is the net movement of molecules from high concentration to low concentration. Simple diffusion moves with the flow, which is called concentration gradient. And over time, the molecules will evenly spread across the whole area. But what if the molecules could not cross the membrane? The phospholipid bilayer of the membrane is impermeable to certain molecules, such as ions, large, polar, water-soluble molecules. These occur through facilitated diffusion. One very important thing is the proteins in the membrane, transport proteins. Let's take a look at the channel protein. These proteins provide channels for the passage of molecules that the membrane is impermeable to. Channel proteins are mainly involved in the transfer of water-soluble polar molecules, such as ions like sodium and potassium. Molecules still move with the concentration gradient. On the other hand, carrier proteins bind the molecules being transported. This requires protein to change its shape, which allow a particular molecule to cross the membrane. These proteins act like the guards of the city wall or the police force on the border control. Another important process in cell transport is osmosis. This kind of transport happens in all kinds of cells, including animal and plant cells. Osmosis defines as the net movement of water molecules from an area of high water concentration to an area of low water concentration across a semi-permeable membrane. Water molecules are small enough to cross the cell membrane. Therefore, only the diffusion of water is possible. Freshwater solution has high concentration of water molecules, while the concentrated sugar solution has low concentration of water molecules. If we expose them using a semi-permeable membrane, which only the water molecules are small enough to cross, the water molecules will move with the osmotic gradient from freshwater solution to sugar solution. Do the movement of water molecules stop once the equilibrium reached? No, the net movement will be zero, but the water molecules still move, so the movement still occurs. For example, if we put a red blood cell to a freshwater solution as the lysosome has lower concentration of water molecules, the water will go inside the cells, which makes them swell and eventually burst. Does osmosis occur in dead cells? Yes, because osmosis doesn't need energy and water molecules move with osmotic pressure.